Hello. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much to each and every one of you for being here with us today. And thank you for your patience. We are going to start very soon. We are just waiting on some of our dignitaries to arrive. Then we will start. They are on their way. So thank you for your patience. here or here.
She has sent another one, but your internet is everywhere. Because right now, they are saying that the use another question. Right now, they are saying that his internet is also busy. He needs, and it's true, he needs to concentrate. We need to do all this. But we need to download it. And right now, the internet access to the internet access. So have you connected it? You know what? Just start. Just start here. Just start here. We are meeting.
I need to connect to power. Otherwise, we won't play battle.
We should start it. Who is it?
You have. You want to start it again? Hello. Please get seated and let's get ready. Our dignitaries are here. So they'll be coming in any minute from now. Please. Thank you for your patience. Ross.
Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment backed by strong economic fundamentals, dynamic policies, and political stability. Gold, cocoa, and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive urbanization has pushed us to 4th in the world and 1st in Africa in the Global Retail Development Index. Even with the global economic recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Bank has projected Ghana's growth to average 5.1% yearly in 2021 to 2023, following some ingenious policies rolled out by the government. Ghana remains the gateway to Africa, favorably positioned at the center of the world and easily accessible to all parts of the world by flight. The overall friendly nation is a land of opportunity, full of optimism and open for business. Ghana is home to some of the continent's fast developing fintech companies, growing and attracting investments from across the globe. Hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. Gold, cocoa and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive urbanization has pushed us to 4th in the world and 1st in Africa in the Global Retail Development Index. Even with the global economic recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Bank has projected Ghana's growth to average 5.1% yearly in 2021 to 2023, following some ingenious policies rolled out by the government. Ghana remains the gateway to Africa, favorably positioned at the center of the world and easily accessible to all parts of the world by flight. The overall friendly nation is a land of opportunity, full of optimism and open for business. Ghana is home to some of the continent's fast developing fintech companies, growing and attracting investments from across the globe. The nation's commitment to talent development, infrastructure expansion, and strong support for innovation continuously attracts large global tech corporations such as Google and Twitter. Ghana enjoys a high degree of connectivity with one of the highest mobile voice and data penetration rates. Ghana's agriculture and agro-processing sector benefits from an abundant supply of natural resources including diverse plant, animal and marine life. The West African country is the world's second largest producer of cocoa, churning out an average of 850,000 tons of beans annually. Strong policies like the Planting for Food and Jobs, agric modernization and industrialization continues to accelerate growth and diversification in the sector. The Ghanaian manufacturing sector benefits from a raft of policies aimed at sparking a new industrial revolution. The new automotive policy has seen the offering of an automobile hub with renowned car makers such as VW, Toyota, Sinotruk and others assembling vehicles locally. Meanwhile, the One District, One Factory initiative, coupled with a friendly business environment, has led to the rapid setup and expansion of factories across the country. Ghana is one of the world's minerally rich sites. It ranks first in Africa for gold mining and 7th globally. Southern Ghana is regarded as one of the world's most prolific gold discovery zones in the world, with large deposits of bauxite, diamond and manganese are also extracted in Ghana. Ghana is set to become the first West African lithium producer with an estimated production of 2 million tons per annum. As production continues to rise, the government aims to build up its refining capacity in order to capitalize on its mineral wealth. As a fast-growing oil and gas producer, Ghana's petroleum industry offers investment opportunities ranging from exploration and discovery to refining and marketing. With 3 offshore oil and gas fields, namely the Jubilee Field, the Trinidad and Yenra in Tom Fields, and the Sankofa Field. Ghana's oil production is estimated to go up to 500,000 barrels per day by 2024. The Ghanaian government has prioritized infrastructure development as a foundation for economic growth, driving significant investment into the sector. The government is working on a combination of track restoration and expansion, as well as the building of entirely new train lines to increase the coverage of railway in the country, while 11,000 kilometers of roads has also been earmarked for construction across the country. The nation's Kotoka Airport is ranked as the best in service quality in Africa for the size of 2 to 5 million passengers. Meanwhile, the country's main port, the Tema Port, is one of the largest in Africa, with a capacity to handle 3.5 million 20-foot equivalent units. Ghana's booming economy, expanding trade footprint, and population generates a steady stream for the demand of goods and services, driving growth in the services sector. This sector has over the years seen rapid development to becoming a major employer with over 42% contribution to the country's GDP. Industry players anticipate a rapid expansion in the e-commerce space, while considerable growth is expected in modern retailing as consumer demand increases. Ghana entices visitors from all walks of life with some of the world's most historic forts, delectable cuisine, beautiful beaches, and diverse culture. The successes chalked in the year of return has made Ghana a top travel and investment destination for Africans in the diaspora. Ghana's creative industry ecosystem is one of the most innovative, cost-effective, and talented on the continent. The nation's creative art portfolio is undeniably diverse, cutting across music, art, film, and fashion. The industry has taken an added significance as the work of artists become more visible to the world. Ghana's healthcare sector is rapidly evolving thanks to significant infrastructure investment, increased insurance coverage, and growing private sector developments. Through significant investment in the pharmaceutical industry and healthcare delivery, the country made remarkable strides in tackling the COVID-19 health pandemic. Meanwhile, Zipline, a medical drone delivery company, has stepped in to help meet the immediate needs of communities and healthcare specialists in rural areas. Indeed, Ghana still remains a land of opportunities, full of optimism about an exciting future. We are open for business. You to come, grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana. Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment. Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Development, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment backed by strong economic fundamentals, dynamic policies, and political stability. Gold, cocoa, and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive urbanization has pushed us to fourth in the world and first in Africa in the Global Retail Development Index. Even with a global economic recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Bank has projected Ghana's growth to average 5.1% yearly in 2021 to 2023, following some ingenious policies rolled out by the government. Ghana remains the gateway to Africa, favorably positioned at the center of the world and easily accessible to all parts of the world by flight. The overall friendly nation is the land of opportunity, full of optimism and open for business. Ghana is home to some of the continent's fast development fintech.
Thank you. Thank you, Suleiman. We would like to now welcome our Honorable Regional Minister, Honorable Alaji Shani. And then also with us is Ajia Abibata Shani Mahama Zakaria. And then Mr. Edward Ashon Lati, he's a Director of Investor Services with the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. He's representing the CEO. Which one shall I use? You come here. So that you use this one whilst you are holding that one. Okay. Put it on.
Good morning. Do we have the chairman of the occasion so that I can recognize the presence of the chairman? Deputy Director, the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of GIPC, the Chief Executive of the Maslow Metropolitan District Chief Executive present here, staff of GIPC, entrepreneurs present, invited guests, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to join you to participate in this important workshop of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, which also serves as a regional sensitization tour 2022. On behalf of the chiefs and people of the northern region, and on behalf of the Regional Coordinating Council and on my own behalf, I wish to welcome you all to this very important business forum, which seeks to promote and facilitate investment in all sectors of the economy. This is also to create the platform for an attractive framework and a transparent and predictable and enabling environment for investments in Ghana. I am reliably informed that the Ghana Investment Promotion Center is the lead government agency mandated under the GIPC Act 865 of 2013 that has the mandate with the responsibility to encourage and promote investments in the country. It is against this background that the GIPC seeks to deepen its investment drive and stimulate domestic and private sector investment in the regions through the regional sensitization tour. The main objective set to be achieved in the tour are as follows: sensitization about the untapped economic potential and opportunities existing within the region, as well as the education on the functions of the center. Sensitize MMDAs and traditional authorities on the need to make land available for investment purposes. Obtain first-hand information from SMEs, issues that inhibit their growth, and undertake an on-the-spot analysis of companies for registration. Lastly but not the least, facilitate the development and packaging of new projects of the investment center for promotion, including visits to project sites. Ladies and gentlemen, the government has a firm belief that the will for development, especially at the local levels, is the metropolitan, municipal, and districts assemblies. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center further recognizes the crucial role the Regional Coordinating Council plays in the harmonization of development plans from the various MMDCs or MMDCEAs, which precedes investments in development. This sensitization, therefore, creates a platform for discussions among stakeholders gathered here on the respective MMDC wishes to present for promotion. Feedbacks taken here will be used to finalize each proposal and submitted to the GIPC and facilitate to profile it for promotion both locally and on the international market. This point must be emphasized because that will be the basis that will be formed about each of the proposals that we may be presenting to the GIPC. Chairman, permit me to use this opportunity to admonish all people venturing into any sort of business to conduct proper due diligence in their various locations, and as well as to be cautious of cheaters and scammers. I wish to urge all of you to actively participate to ensure the success of this laudable initiative so as collectively help to build a better Ghana. It is my earnest hope that entrepreneurs would liaise with their respective MFDAs to develop ideal proposals and business plans for collaboration and partnership with GIPC for promotion and guidance to have successful business at the local levels. Mr. Chair, permit me to stand on this note. I wish you all once again welcome to the Northern Region and to Tamale for this very important workshop. And I wish you all very fruitful deliberations here. And may God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me also use this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of my MMDCs who have made time to be here with us. Saboba, the MC for this Miam, MC for Nanton, the MC for Yendi. These are the ones that have catch my eye, and I believe in due course, if any one of them attends, he will be truly acknowledged. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial of Africa.
The next item on
The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment, economic fundamentals, dynamic policies, and political stability. Gold, cocoa, and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive urbanization has pushed us to fourth in world and first in Africa in the Global Retail Development Index. Even with the global economic recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Bank has projected Ghana's growth to average 5.1% yearly in 2021 to 2023, following some ingenious policies rolled out by the government. Ghana remains the gateway to Africa, favorably positioned at the center of the world and easily accessible to all parts of the world by flight. The overall friendly nation is a land of opportunity, full of optimism and open for business. Home to some of the continent's fast developing fintech companies, growing and attracting investments from across the globe, the nation's commitment to talent development, infrastructure expansion, and strong support for innovation continuously attracts large global tech corporations such as Google and Twitter. Ghana enjoys a high degree of connectivity with one of the highest mobile voice and data penetration rates. Ghana's agriculture and agro-processing sector benefits from an abundant supply of natural resources, including diverse plant, animal, and marine life. The West African country is the world's second largest producer of cocoa, churning out an average of 850,000 tons of beans annually. Strong policies like the Planting for Food and Jobs, agric modernization, and industrialization continues to accelerate growth and diversification in the sector. The Ghanaian manufacturing sector benefits from a raft of policies aimed at sparking a new industrial revolution. The new automotive policy has seen the offering of an automobile hub with renowned car makers such as VW, Toyota, Sinotruk, and others assembling vehicles locally. Meanwhile, the One District, One Factory initiative, coupled with a friendly business environment, has led to the rapid setup and expansion of factories across the country. Ghana is one of the world's minerally rich sites. It ranks first in Africa for gold mining and 7th globally. Southern Ghana is regarded as one of the world's most prolific gold discovery zones in the world, with large deposits of bauxite, diamond and manganese are also extracted in Ghana. Ghana is set to become the first West African lithium producer with an estimated production of 2 million tons per annum. As production continues to rise, the government aims to build up its refining capacity in order to capitalize on its mineral wealth. As a fast-growing oil and gas producer, Ghana's petroleum industry offers investment opportunities ranging from exploration and discovery to refining and marketing. With 3 offshore oil and gas fields, namely the Jubilee Field, the Trinidad and Yenra in Tom Fields and the Sankofa Field. Ghana's oil production is estimated to go up to 500,000. The Ghanaian government has prioritized infrastructure development as a foundation for economic growth, driving significant investment into the sector. The government is working on a combination of track restoration and expansion, as well as the building of entirely new train lines to increase the coverage of railway in the country, while 11,000 kilometers of roads has also been earmarked for construction across the country. The nation's Kotoka Airport is ranked as the best in service quality in Africa for the size of 2 to 5 million passengers. Meanwhile, the country's main port, the Tema Port, is one of the largest in Africa, with a capacity to handle 3.5 million 20-foot equivalent units. Ghana's booming economy, expanding trade footprint, and population generates a steady stream for the demand of goods and services, driving growth in Ghana entices visitors from all walks of life with some of the world's most culture. The successes chalked in the year of return has made Ghana a top travel and investment destination for Africans in the diaspora. Industry ecosystem is one of the most innovative, cost-effective and talented on the continent. The nation's creative art portfolio is undeniably diverse, cutting across music, art, film and fashion. Investment in the pharmaceutical industry and healthcare delivery, the country made remarkable strides in tackling the COVID-19 health pandemic. Meanwhile, Zipline, a medical drone delivery company, has stepped in to help meet the immediate needs of communities and healthcare specialists in rural areas. Indeed, Ghana still remains a land of opportunities, full of optimism about an exciting future. We are open for business and we invite you to come. Grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana. Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment backed by strong economic fundamentals, dynamic policies, and political stability. Gold, cocoa, and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive urbanization has pushed us to 4th in the world and 1st in Africa in the Global Retail Development Index. Even with the global economic recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Bank has projected Ghana's growth to average 5.1% yearly in 2021 to 2023, following some ingenious policies rolled out by the government. Ghana remains the gateway to Africa.
We now invite Mr. Edward Ashon Latte, Director of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. He's in charge of Investor Services Division, to deliver a presentation. Wow.
To control it, shift it. Yeah, you better sit down. Otherwise, I have to sit down. Yeah. Right? I think you better sit down. Honorable Regional Minister, the Chief Executive of the MASLOC, Honorable District Chief Executives, distinguished businessmen, distinguished businesswomen, colleagues, government officials, members of the press. I bring you warm greetings from the board, management and staff of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. And as Mr. Zach announced earlier, I'm here on behalf of the Chief Executive of the GIPC. The Regional Sensitization Program, we've decided to relaunch it because Ghana has a lot of opportunities, and if these opportunities are not made known, we cannot attract the investments into all parts of the country. The video you just saw is a testimony of what the country has to offer. But if these are not well marketed, we'll be sitting on money, and that will not be good for our economic development. So the Regional Sensitization Program, as the Honorable Minister said, is to enable us to engage with you, identify projects, tell you what our services are, so that together we can come up with a number of projects which we can market. During my presentation, I will show you a slide which even underscores the need for us to work together to attract more investments into the northern region. I will start. Part A will be about GIPC. Honorable Minister has told you everything under our mandate, so I'll go into the specifics in terms of what we do on a daily basis. And then the next part will be on the Regional Sensitization Program, what we are actually going to do. Technology. It's not projecting on them. Okay, it looks like technology is giving us a hard time today, but thank God I have a backup. And what we will do is I'll go through my hard copy, but then the soft copy will be separated to all of you so that in the comfort of your homes or offices, you can go over them so that we don't waste time. What we do at the GIPC, we do provide investment advisory services. This is very important for anyone who wants to go into business. We do have sector specialists, so we encourage all who want to go into business to come to the GIPC first. We'll listen to you and then direct you appropriately. We do work closely with a number of government agencies to ensure that the investor has a smooth process in terms of establishing his business. We do gather information on investment opportunities, which we package and market. And that is one of the reasons why we are here today. Because if we go out there to market Ghana as a place to do business, we don't have anything to present to them, I don't think it will be very effective. Just mere talk without any document will not get us far. So it's very important that we do identify these projects, properly package them, and then market them to both foreign and Ghanaian businesses. We've established a diaspora desk to deal with Ghanaians in the diaspora. And most of the time they tell us, I want to come to Ghana. Are there any projects that you can offer to me to consider? And so, again, we come to this idea of identifying the projects. But more importantly, I'd like to say that the GIPC is there for both Ghanaian and non-Ghanaian businesses. The law specifically requires foreign-owned businesses to come and register with us so that we know who is coming in, where the businesses are going. But for Ghanaian-owned companies, you can also come and register so that you can enjoy the incentives and benefits that we do have under the law. The incentives are for both Ghanaian and non-Ghanaian businesses. So I'll cite an example, customs duty exemption on machines that you import for your business. As a Ghanaian-owned company registered with the GIPC, you can also take advantage of this benefits. If you need to bring in expatriates to help manage your manpower requirements, the GIPC Act also is well placed to support you in this regard. In terms of investment promotion and targeting, we normally do this through conferences, seminars, and specific investment missions that we undertake to different parts of the world. In terms of targeting, we select areas of focus, and then through our research and business development division, I have my colleagues at the back, we then find out where we can get investments into particular sectors. So once we do that, then we work with our missions abroad, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here, and the diplomatic missions of the host country here to prepare to undertake these missions. And when we go there, we tell them the good news about Ghana. We display the projects that we do have, and also arrange one-on-one business meetings. Usually we go with the private sector so that they can take advantage of the platform that we have provided to engage their counterparts on the other side, strike acquaintances, and work towards mutually beneficial collaborations. At the GIPC, we are also mandated to register businesses. And currently this is done electronically. So as a business, be it Ghanaian or foreign, from the Registrar General's Department, you complete a form which is available on our website, and then you submit this for us to process. For companies with foreign participation, they have to bring in a certain amount as the minimum foreign capital. Currently, it's 200,000 for a joint venture, in which case the Ghanaian must have not less than 10%. If they want to go 100% foreign, that is $500,000 US. And for those who want to go into trading, it is currently $1 million US. I'm sure you've heard about the agitation by UTA regarding foreigners operating illegally in the retail sector. The requirement is that they must bring in $1 million US as their capital before they can go into trading. And for those who don't comply, our monitoring team working together with other agencies regularly go around the country, the various regions, to inspect documents of companies doing business. And those who are not compliant will first of all be given the opportunity to regularize their operations. If not, then we invoke Section 40 of the GIPC Act, which specifically states that it's an offense for a foreign-owned business to operate without history with the GIPC. So having given you the opportunity to regularize your operations, if you don't, then we'll have to go to the next step where we go to court, and then the court will deal with the matter. We are constantly in court with the offenders. Our monitoring team, we have a police investigator and a police prosecutor to assist us in this regard. So even if you don't hear that GIPC is prosecuting or is dealing with people who are breaking the law, let me assure you here that we are actively working in this regard. Another new offering that we have to support businesses is what we call the Investor Aftercare business. This unit has been set up to assist companies to go through the post-registration stage of their business. So if they're having challenges with utilities, land, they engage them, and through our facilitation services, we engage the relevant agencies to help resolve the issues. If it's land, we contact the Lands Commission firstly, and then the landowners, given the land tenure system in our country, so that we can help resolve these things. Land in particular is very important for us as investment promoters, because you go out there to invite people to come and establish businesses. The next question, can I get land to implement my project idea? And this is where, again, through this program, we will engage the chiefs and landowners, encourage them to document their land, so that when we do receive these requests, we can immediately contact them through our database to discuss the utilization of the land. I mean, even driving to Tamale, you can see vast lands, lying fallow, if I should say so, and these lands can help generate wealth. But if the investor comes and there is a problem with the land, definitely he's not going to tell you. The land will continue to be there. So for the landowners and chiefs, we encourage you to properly document these lands. You can send them to us in Accra or through our regional office. The gentleman, the MC, is the regional manager for the GIPC in Tamale. He is responsible for the northern region as well as the 4 other regions in the north. That is for the time being. Resources permitting to establish offices in all the other regional offices. I'll now come to the profiling bit, which is very, very important for us. Still we are looking. You are welcome. Okay. I did say that I will show you a slide, and on the screen, let's go back. Yeah. So on the screen, we have projects that we have registered at the GIPC since 2019. And if you look at the numbers, Greater Accra has the highest number of projects and value as well. And the northern region, we have just 3 projects over a 3-year period. But looking at the resource potential of the northern region, we believe that we can do a lot more by identifying the projects in collaboration with you, profiling them, and then marketing them to investors. If you have a project and you're looking for partners, our research and business development unit can help you to profile these projects for marketing. So you can see the picture is not very good, even given the size of the northern region and the resource potential. I believe that a lot more can be done in this region. The next slide. And in terms of the sectors, we have agri, manufacturing, export trade, general trade liaison, building and construction as the main sectors of focus, and the services sector. The next slide will give us a breakdown of the projects in the northern region. So we have one manufacturing project, one in general trade, and one in liaison, just three. There's nothing even in agriculture, but we believe that the northern region has a lot of opportunities, even in the agri sector. So let's work together to attract more investments into these areas. And it's not just foreign. We encourage Ghanaians also to invest in the northern region. It tells people that we have confidence in what we do. So I'll just move to the main point, which is the profiling of the projects. So as I said, these projects, we identify them, profile them in a specific format, and market them in our project catalog, and also present them to financiers. This is something that we've observed over some time. The foreign companies, when they are coming to Ghana, they are looking for a market that is a platform for their sales. They want inputs, efficiency, and then subcontracting opportunities. For the Ghanaian companies, they are looking for access to export markets, technology transfer, technical and management skills, financing, and efficiency. So in profiling these projects, we are mindful of what the Ghanaian need as well as what the potential financier or foreign investor will also be looking out for. So when we send you that format, the questionnaire, can be quite lengthy, but it's meant to obtain as much information as possible. So what you do, you just complete what you can. When you bring it, officers will sit down with you and find ways to get the other information so that we can complete the profiles. So financiers, they try to find out if the project is bankable. They carry out their due diligence. The Honorable Minister mentioned that in his address as well. Before someone invests money in a project, you also carry out independence assessments just to make sure that what you are telling him is the right thing before he commit funds to the project. So they look out for the economic viability, the environmental aspects, and politically, I think Ghana is the most stable region in the sub-region, if not the whole of Africa. So on that score, investors don't have an issue with us. Environmentally, we are doing well. We have a very transparent tax regime, and currently you can pay your taxes online. So in terms of the ease of doing business, I think we've seen a lot of improvement practically. Sometimes people refer to the rankings in terms of the ease of doing business and tell us, Ghana, you've gone 3 steps down, but on the ground, I think things have improved a lot. And even at the Registrar General's Department, right now, you can have your certificate in 5 working days, you get your TIN number, and so the issue of having registered by company is a thing of the past. Go and register your company so that you can have a legal entity to carry out business. If you meet an investor and you tell him, well, I have a business, the first thing is your company registered. If it's not registered, it's not going to take you serious. And in certain parts of the world, your business card is very, very important. The first thing, he takes your business card and digests the information before the discussion continues. So if you just come and you say, well, I'm Edward, I want to go into farming or have a business, the next thing, what is the name of my company? If I tell him, well, I don't have a company, he's not going to take it serious. So take advantage of the services provided by the Registrar General's Department to register your company. And without that, it will also be difficult for the GIPC to take you to the next step. Because even in the profile, you state your company name, address, and where possible, how long you've been in business. If it's a new business, we'll state it. In our line of work, accurate information is very, very important. So if you don't have any track record, I cannot on my profile tell the investor that, oh, you've been in business for 2 years. So just give us accurate information so that you will then be able to help. Sometimes the challenge we have is the person tells you, I have a tract of land. So you arrange to go and visit. And the visit to this so-called land is postponed, and it never happens. Meanwhile, the initial profile that we've sent out there to attract investors has a section which says that you have maybe 10 acres of land if you want to use for maybe real estate or manufacturing facilities. So please, when you are completing the form, just tell us what you have, and then we'll find ways to help you rather than, trying to create something which cannot be verified, because the investor will carry out his due diligence before we even move to the next stage of the discussions. Next. So in assessing the projects, these are some points that we would like you to take into account. What are the objectives of the project? Are there any marketing possibilities and strategies? Is there a production capacity? If you are relying on outgrowers for supplies, are you sure that this thing can be sustained? Sometimes we go out there to promote Ghana, we go with businesses, and some are lucky to win contracts. We can deliver on the first contract, the second contract, then it starts having problems because the supply side of the equation is not there. So you have to take all this into account. And talking about the supply side, I would like to encourage our businesses to work together rather than sometimes working in isolation. So that if there's a contract, you can tell your friend, look, I have a contract to supply 10 tons. I can only do 5 tons, so please take the other half. Like a subcontracting, so that you spread the business and everyone, rather than you trying to just supply, you fail, and then the next time they tell you, well, you are not successful, so we're giving the order to a new person. In the global value chain, if you miss your slot, it's very difficult to get back in line. So please take that also into consideration. The location of the plant, the raw material availability, the technology that you use, and then of course, when it comes to value matters, we really have to go through a process to make sure that the financial analysis will support whatever business you want to undertake. So the GIPC is inviting project opportunities for screening, packaging, and promotion. As I said, we want accurate details about the company and the project. We carry out a SWOT analysis. If the project is an expansion or if you are rehabilitating or introducing a new line, kindly state it so that we can help you. If you have some sponsors and then foreign investors, we can also state that. If not, we can help you with what they also try to look out for, so that the profile will be concise, clear, and convincing. So in submitting your project profiles, you write to us. They say civil servants will like letters, but it's for a purpose. You write to us, you tell us what you want, and that is how we start developing the file. So that anybody who wants to trace the history of the project will know that yes, Mr. Zach wrote to the GIPC, we assisted him, and he's now a successful businessman. It's also good for us because sometimes when we are going out, we can call him to come and give a testimony that through the GIPC, he was able to scale up his business. And you add your business plan, project proposal of feasibility study, and here also I advise you to use the services of professionals so that whatever document you come to us with can stand any scrutiny. And then, as I said, you submit them to Zach at the regional office, which is in the RCC building, or to the GIPC, or Ghana Enterprise Agency, I see the regional manager here, or any of the MDAs. Of course, the district chief executives too, you can send it to them. And with the district chief executives, I think last year we started this program of identifying opportunities in the various regions. And so I believe Zach got in contact with you, but this is also part of the overall plan to really identify what Ghana has so that marketing them can be very, very easy. If you don't have, it will be very difficult. Let's say we've met here, the businessmen come to me, we help them. But then the districts, you cannot get information. It will be very difficult to identify and market opportunities in that area. So that next year when we come back and there's no investment in a particular district and your colleague has an investment, then I can defend myself. I say, well, your colleague provided me with information, and that's how come we've been able to attract investments into these areas. So Mr. Zakaria will be knocking on the doors from time to time, and on your part also, anytime there is an opportunity, just bring it to our attention so that we can take it to the next level. Yes, this is part of the format which we will share with you. I've discussed them already, so exactly if you can just get this slide. And then another thing that we do, I talked about land. Yes, at the GIPC we have a land bank, and through this land bank we are able to assist investors to acquire land for various types of projects. And so once again, to the DCs, the chiefs, traditional leaders, and landowners, we encourage you to properly document your land and submit this to us so that we can grow our land bank and to make it easier for us to direct investors to where they can get land. When it comes to agriculture, I'm sorry I'm using agriculture, but that is one of the priority areas given under the CARES program. It comes to agriculture, it says I want 1,000 acres of land to, let's say, grow rice. If we have something in the land bank, it will be very easy for us to just tell them, well, we have 5 of such parcels of land in the northern region. These are the land orders, but then we advise that you go through the regional minister who is the overlord here, so that he also knows what is going on in his region. I don't think it would be fair for him to be there only to read in the papers that yes, an investor is undertaking 1,000-acre project in rice cultivation. So there is also that close collaboration with the various agencies that we do have. Well, I think I've come to the end of my presentation, and thank you for bearing with me when we had issues with the technology. But as I said, we'll send soft copies to all participants here. So please, if you have not put down your email address, kindly see the gentleman at the registration desk so that we can have your email address and then forward this to you. Thank you very much.
Please, another round of applause.
Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment backed by strong economic fundamentals, dynamic policies, and political stability. Gold, cocoa, and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive
Services Division, our honorable MMDCs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very happy to be here this morning to have an interaction with you. I know all of these things that the director spoke about. You need money to go that far. And for that reason, I am here this morning to share with you how you can access funding. I know MASLOC is one of the many agencies that assist businesses like yours. So first of all, I'll have to talk about MASLOC and how you can access funds from MASLOC. MASLOC, as you all know, was established in the year 2006, and we are under the office of the President. And it was established mainly to take care of the poor and for people who ordinarily cannot go to the traditional banks because of the many requirements that the banks ask from them. So I think I'm at the right place, because with Maslow, when you have to come to Maslow, you don't really have to go through a lot of stress to get funding. So businesses like yours, we have small loans that you can access to your businesses from 5,000 Ghana cedis to 200,000 Ghana cedis, depending on the type of business that you are engaged in. But of course, every amount comes with the requirements that you have to fill. But first of all, you have to be a Ghanaian citizen, 18 years to 65 years. And I know all of us in this room qualify under that one. So I would encourage you to make use of the services at Maslow to promote your businesses. In the past, we were not doing startups, but it's something that I want us to do, because a lot of the people, especially youth, the youth physically challenged, and of course men. So right now, what I'm saying is that we want to make Maslow more attractive. So for that reason, there are certain requirements that I am working through the board to draw, so that when you come, you'll be able to access to without making you go back and forth. So I am very happy to announce to you that Maslow is in a position to support businesses between 5,000 to 200,000 cedis. First of all, we are in all 16 regions. And in Northern region, our office is located along the Gara Lodge Hotel. So anyone in this room who wants to access Maslow can go to the office. And you can also visit our website to know about how we operate. So what I really want to encourage a lot. So together, the agencies that we provide assistance for SMEs, we are many, and I know that together, in terms of collaboration, we are ready to move businesses forward as a government. The youth is our focus. Women are our focus. And of course, when I talk about the youth, we have both men and women. So for that matter, I will not speak much, but I want to assure you that when it comes to access to funding, you have various options under this government, and we should take advantage of that in order to promote our businesses to the standard that GIPC will be very proud of you, and in order for you to be able to export your products to the foreign countries. Thank you very much. I'm available for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Please, let's give her one more round of applause. I will now call on Mr. Matthew Azoya, Regional Manager for Ghana Enterprises Agency, to give us some remarks.
Thank you, my brother. Honorable Regional Minister, CEO, Maslow, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Municipal and District Chief Executive present here, our coordinating directors, planning officers, our wonderful businessmen and women here. On behalf of our CEO, Mrs. Kosi Yankee, who would like to be here herself, but due to other pressing issues, I want to welcome you once again and thank you very much for the short notice we give, especially to the business people, and the way you responded. In fact, we are very happy. I have not much to say, but I said, Madam has said it all. We are all here to promote the development of business. What I can say is, take opportunity of whatever comes your way, such as what GIPC is doing today. Of course, you know very well, we are far in terms of business development. How do we get there? I believe that forum like this, package like what GIPC is doing now, can project our business. I also like to take this opportunity to maybe drop a hint that our first ever Northern Business and Investment Fair will be coming very soon. Collaborate with all partners in which GIPC is not exempted. That all of you, especially those who have attended this forum, should make it a point, one way or the other, to be part of this wonderful exhibition that will be coming very soon. Also to our municipal and district chief executives, I would like to take this opportunity to plead with you. As you know, the development of our country depends on the private sector. To put more effort supporting our business advisory center across all the districts. This is the only way we can improve our economy. As my director said, with all this profiling, maybe you may not have GIPC at all the districts, but you have the business advisory center. I will urge you all that in terms of developing your business plans and other documents to meet standard for him or for organizations like this for profiling, you have no problem. You can contact the business advisory center to support you so that at long last we can all achieve the objective. On this note, thank you very much, and let everybody, our doors are open. After this forum, you can still call on all our BAC heads at the various districts for any information in terms of business development. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lawyer. Please let's give him one more round of applause.
Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the...
Any questions? Anyone with a question?
Thank you so much, Madam Ajia Fati. I'm most grateful to you. But I want to ask something about Maxwell. I'm Augustina Achana, Just Enterprise. I want to ask something about Maxwell. I have followed them for almost 4 years. And it has not been easy up to now to improve my business, and nothing comes out for me. I don't know how you can support us about this, because we the women, we are even holding the country, a special post. But without helping the women, how will we support the house? So I want to find out if you can assist us to improve our business. That's the way.
Okay. Give us your name, the name of the group.
Thank you very much. My name is Aisha Pasele, CEO of Ashiba. Please, my question goes to Madam CEO. Master. Yeah, please, concerning the funding, we are working in a group. As individual, you give or you give in group components. I want to know and then the process, how we'll be able to get the funding to expand our business. We are into share butter. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ahmed Rufai with Landani Vivo Center.
Commission assess the funding? And second, my second question is, what are the issues, the interest rates, the payment terms? Because most of us, we are afraid of the terms of payment, because we've seen savings and loans, the way they give their loans, and you pay within maybe 1 month. Our sector, maybe within 1 month, you haven't made any profits, and you start paying the loan. It means you are using the part of the loan to service the loan. That is why my sector, when they come, I ask them that we can't affect it because we end up by using our own money to service the loan and go back and teach without doing anything. I think that's what I have. Thank you very much.
Now we for the most from.
Please, madam, I would have wished that you tell me what you applied for and how much, because if you say you followed my stock for 4 years and nothing came out, I need some kind of specifics to be able to answer. So if you can clarify.
Thank you so much. Initially, I was dealing with honey and I requested for 5,000. Those days, I follow up to now. I've not gotten it.
I can assure you that I will take your details from here and then we'll have a chat and then we'll get it done for you. Okay? Things that we do at Maslow. But with regards to the group loans, as I was saying, there are some proposals that I want to put before the board in order for us to increase the threshold for the group loans, because currently the maximum amount you can take in a group is only 1,000 Ghana cedis. But with your type of business, that is very, very meager. So we are looking to see where we can increase it to 5,000 at least, so that businesses like this, we can form groups and then help you. So very soon we are going to do that, and then I will make sure that it touches you. Yeah, so I have my executive assistant here. Maybe we can take a list of those interested so that we can talk to the regional manager and then the process can begin. Same goes with associations. But when we talk about associations, you should be seen to be doing the same thing. Being like you also have to be in the same location. That way it is very easy for us. But if you are an association and some are doing different things or they are living in different locations, we may not be able to do it. So we support associations to reform as a group loans. Yeah, so with the interest rate, I think we have the lowest interest rate in the market, because when we assumed office in 2017, the interest rate was 24% per annum. But as we speak right now, we've reduced it to 12% per annum, and that is for the cash loans. When we come to the asset finance, it's even 6% per annum. Meaning, with the asset finance, the vehicles, tricycles, head dryers, and those things that I mentioned, it's even 0.5% per month. So, maximum, we make it very affordable for you so that you'll be able to pay without much stress. And the maximum months that we can give out is 24 months because they are short-term loans, and it's a microfinance. Thank you.
Thank you for the response. Let's also ask about. Let's ask about our business profile, how to profile them, and all of that.
My name is Nampali. I have two questions. One goes to GIPC. Usually, most local SMEs are semi-literate. So in developing profiles, a lot of them really have the right data systems to be able to compile relevant data that is useful to generate investor interest and confidence. How do you intend addressing that through the various groups that they belong to? That's one. Two goes to Madam. What we've realized over the years is that in finance, we are supposed to do risk assessments before disbursing funding. A lot of the time, persons who are credit worthy are not the one who get access to some of these funding. And so what happens is, when money goes and the payments are not done, businesses that genuinely have structures that can reap proper benefits and be able to clear their credits are not able to assess them. And that has been the history of Master. I've been a witness to it, not just myself, but to a lot of people. How do you intend addressing that? Today you are here yourself, Madam. How do you intend addressing that? Because a lot of people come for your credit and they don't pay. And half of the time, businesses that genuinely need the money to grow themselves and are willing to pay back are not able to access it. Currently, if you go to the savings and loans, you are looking at interest rate between 36% to 48% per annum. You are giving 12%. That means that it is good for a business that is even at the growth stages to be able to get that. How do you address that so that most of us can actually benefit from it? Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Ajiman Bibiako. I'm CEO for Dynasty Company, Production, Marketing and Distribution. Please, all the time we receive applications from the graduates, people who have completed universities and other polytechnics. They will come, they want you to employ them. We, the business owners, want to employ them as well. But as Madam is saying, Ajay, we have some people we picked just to help them because after school, things are hard. But we are producing things, we want them to sell. We came to your outfit for tricycle, about 6 of them or 7, to just give to these graduates and we'll give them the product to go and sell so that they also get their daily bread. I'm telling you, it's not easy. You go, you want to help, and now you even fall victim of it in so many circumstances. So I'm pleading with you, if this opportunity is there, then I think we'll see ourselves after the program. Then to the GIPC man, Chief, we want to attract investors into this region. But the problem is that you acquire the land. You say equity, you acquire the land. You have researchers to come and then make raw materials availability to research and see whether the raw materials you are going to use for the production is there. You will do all these things. I have people here who will bear with me that we have gone through that process. But I'm telling you, you go here, they toss you here. You go here, they toss you here. So when we sit here and say we are attracting investors, the same people you go to, the same people will give you stories. So if today is changing, then I'll thank God for that. We'll see a new look in the business. Thank you. Yeah, I'm specific because currently those agencies, their bosses are here. They are aware. I don't want to go into it.
We go for a response, then take another. After that, we have 3 questions.
Hello. My response to the first speaker, I've taken notice of your concerns, but I also want to tell you that it's not entirely true. There is this perception that Maslow is political. That is the perception out there. But I can also assure you that there are people who come, they do walk in, and then we assess them. In your case, it may be a special case, but we can still address that. As I have said, after the program, let's talk. Okay. Thank you.
Let's take three more last question.
Hello. Thank you. My name is Sensitization, the CEO of Wingap Enterprise. We are an agro-processing company. I think that the Maslow story still goes on. I have chased Maslow for more than 6 years. My documents are there. If you go there and ask that Wingap Enterprise, if they said true, if really they sent you their document, you'll find it. I needed some amount to give it to Islam, but I couldn't get, so I left it there. Then the other thing is that I want to plead with our regional minister. Since you are in this position, use your good office to lobby with our chiefs to be able to create a particular kind of land. In fact, we don't want our girls to run down for kaya use. It's hectic. So what we can do to help ourselves in this part of the region is that if we are able to get a particular land from the chief, if it means that calling businesses to sell into them, and then you make arrangement for them to maybe within 5 days where people can pay by installment, so that we can build some kind of factories there to be able to absorb our senior youth that come out from school. That is how we can help ourselves in this country. Thank you.
Any more questions? Not on Maslow, but she says you can see her after.
Thank you very much. They say it's not on Maslow, but I have a suggestion. So far as all of us have a problem with Maslow, I suggest that we pass through GEA. For GEA, if we went with GEA, we trust them. They disperse loans indiscriminately. And so to me, Maslow should give us that opportunity to apply through GEA so that they will source for the income from them for us. Then when we are also paying through them, they will disperse it so that it will not be I went there, I didn't get, I went, I didn't get. And then my second appeal is to our regional minister. Frankly speaking, today is my first time of seeing him. I've been seeing him on TV, but face to face, today is my first time. And I'm happy for that. But I would like him to use his office to lobby more. Visit us in our cottages, visit us in our villages, visit us face to face. Let's talk as a father and his children so that you will know our basic problems. It is you alone we can cry to. When we come to your office, we don't have access to you. They will just stop us at the gate and say, go back, he is not there. So I would like to use this forum to appeal to you so that you make time and visit us. Let us see you more often so that we can dialogue and then you know our problems. Thank you.
why we are where we are today. Because we are paying for other people's sins. That's how I see it. For the country to have enough money, I think it's through SMEs. But we are not seeing anything. Like we are not, making progress in our businesses. And it's all because of what people have done in the past. So my basic question I want to ask is, what do you do to people who take the loans and then they don't pay? I think something should be done. My suggestion, if nothing is done about it, something should be done. Arrest them or something should just be done so that we will have access to, finances, funding. We need it. We are really suffering in our businesses, especially now that the economy is where it is today. Thank you.
That's the end of the Q&A section. After this, we will meet you one-on-one if you have some questions.
Hello. My lady, we cannot do our business through GA. We are their masters. You don't know that. You don't know the mandate that has set up master. They rather should come and learn from us. And when you say you trust them, yes, maybe you doubt with them. So, yeah, but to say you trust them and you don't trust Master, I don't think that is fair to us. Maybe what you intended to say was collaboration, which we are doing. Like I said I wasn't speaking only as CEO of Master, but there are other agencies and the government who also assist in that regard. Apart from GA, there is NEP. Okay, so in addition to Maslow, I think the pressure on Maslow is so much because Maslow is what everybody knows. GEA's mandate wasn't into disbursement of loans until recently. So in the past, everyone's attention has been on Maslow. So they are now beginning to do it. And of course, maybe we are doing collaborations at the top and we continue to do those collaborations even with NEP. And then together we can all help you. But to say you do it with GA is a no. I'm talking about those 34 tests. Madam, you are outside, so you may not even know what we do. We do that. Some of them we write demand notices. And then it compels them to come to pay because nobody wants to be sent to court. Once you are given a demand notice, the next step is for you to be taken to court. So because of that, when we do that, they come to the office and then we do payment terms and then they are able to pay. And for those who even take our vehicles, we repossess those vehicles. We give you 2 weeks. If you are not able to pay, we reallocate to another person that will still send me a demand notice to pay the balance. So we do. The recovery may not be very attractive as we want, but these are things that we do. Yeah, so we are not wasting government resources. We want to make judicious use of the resources, okay? And we are working for you. Thank you.
Hello. Sorry, I just want to, sorry for your interception here. I would like to plead with our wonderful businessmen and women here that if, every business, money is an engine. We know, everybody knows. But our main purpose here is for us to know what GIPC is doing and what we can also drive from them. So please, as the discussion goes on, let us not fear off just about Maslow, so that at the end of the day we might not get the benefit of coming here. But let's rather throw more questions to them and see how best they can support us. Thank you very much.
Yes, to the lady's question regarding the illiterates. During our presentation, I did indicate that businesses. So our business development team, I have two of them with me here now. If you come to the GIPC, even if you are teachers, there's someone who will be able to speak your language. So through that, we'll be able to gather the information on the project and then put something on paper. So whether you are doing it or not, please feel free to contact the GIPC and we will be on hand to assist you. We also encourage people to also use the services of professionals. We have done an enterprise agency here. I think the regional manager told us that they are also in a position to assist businesses. So please be assured that as government agencies, we are ever ready to assist the private sector because, as has long been said, the private sector is an engine of growth. Government's duty is to create an enabling environment. So, as partner agencies, we will be working closely to support the private sector in terms of business development. Thank you.
Any question now is going to be directed to the GIPC. Is it going to the GIPC? Okay.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rotana Bakari. I'm the founder of Sensitization Enterprise. I'm an agro-processor. My question goes to the CEO, GIPC. In your presentation, you outlined the steps, the various steps that we need to go through to be able to come out with a good business plan or proposal. Yes, I really learned a lot from that because I see that my proposal did not really touch on all the aspects that you have made presentation on. And you also stated that you are going to send us some templates for us to answer questions on. I want to know that the template also covers the steps that you outlined. If not, it's my humble appeal that you should at least add it so that we'll be able to capture those aspects that we did not put in on our listing proposals to be able to give you a very good proposal. Then I also want to know what is the timeline for the presentation of the final proposal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Arhat Abdurrashid Omokene, and I work with Umi Farms. We are into the production of fresh organic vegetables from farms to the consumer with our delivery service as well. My question goes to GIPC. As a young person in the agricultural value chain, I want to find out, are there some programs or trainings organized by GIPC for young people interested to go into the sector as well, so that we can possibly know some of the criteria and some of the documents that we should always be putting together for the profiling, and also to make sure that we can also be accepted in the future. Are there some trainings?
Okay, good morning. Please, my name is Mary, CEO of Magme Enterprise. I want to find out how we are going to get support to expand our business. Me, for instance, I was opportune to get a processing center for World Food Program. And World Food Program are not supposed to give you a startup money to be able to increase production. They built a processing center with more than a
last batch of questions.
Thank you. Yeah.
Madam, the format that you sent covers all the steps that you saw on the screen. So each section of the format will ask some questions which will address the steps that I talked about earlier. In terms of timeline, let's look at it this way. We have you tell us you need support. You indicate it on the sheet at the registration desk. We will send you the format and then you send it to us. So once that comes, we will engage you so that we need the shortest possible time and we can have this profile ready for promotion. You know, the information in the profile must be accurate, and where we are not sure, as an institution, we cannot just put forward something that is happening. So we sometimes go back and forth with the investor to give us the right information to profile. But if you assure me that we have all the information, then within a very short time, we can have it. During the breakout, the networking session, please contact me. I'll introduce you to one of our business development guys so that you can start the process there. On the training programs, we do collaborate with a number of institutions to offer, training or take people through what GIPC does. So let's say Ghana Enterprise Agency is doing something, and they want GIPC to come and talk about our services. We will partner them. Currently, we have an MOU with the Business Resource Centers, which are also under the GEA. And so, anytime there is a workshop or a program, even GIPC in a proactive manner, we look for such platforms to engage people and tell them what we do have. So, training, yes, maybe we will not advertise in the papers we are organizing this training workshop, but we do partner agencies to train people, but I'm taking note of it. Maybe we should add it to our calendar of events so that we can say GIPC is organizing a training program in this particular area for businesses. The training program that we normally advertise are for the professional bodies, let's say lawyers, accountants, engineers, to explain the provisions of the law, how it applies to businesses so that they can also communicate the right information to their clients. But your point is really noted, and we will discuss it and see how we can move in that direction. Thank you. Thank you. It's now time for closing remarks by the Honorable Regional Minister.
Thank you very much for having a very successful program. Accordingly, we should have had a keynote speaker, but I think I double as the regional minister in the keynote speaker. I am in no doubt that this has been a very successful program, and the follow-up questions that have ensued has given us some direction as to what the GIPC is out to do, and probably what we didn't know about Maslog, we have also been informed. I do not want to think that there is some myth about Maslog again. The lady herself has spoken and the mysteries that we always go with. It's difficult to assess Maslow should be the thing of the past. She has encouraged us to visit their offices. And she was just whispering to me that even some of the requirements that used to be demanded by Maslow in order to assess the services of Maslow is being refused by her. So I think it is proper that we avail ourselves, visit Maslow offices or their representative centers, so that we would be able to assess Maslow to be able to enhance the operations of our various entities. It is true that the northern region has a great potential for investment, especially in the agro sector, because I realize that all those who got up here to introduce themselves and to also ask questions were all agro-based enterprises. And this is a good sign, because that is where our MMDAs can encourage. But what I'm just doubting is that how many of you have been able to get in touch with your various MMDAs which have business advisory centers to have discussions with the business advisory center managers to be able to know what facilities or credit is available for you. If you haven't done this, please, when you go back to your various locations or localities, make time with your various MMPs. They will take you through all these things and probably forward say to the GIPC so that the GIPC can have a good register of the entities that are here that would need support from the GIPC. By doing those things, we will have an accurate data from the northern region to the GIPC, so that when because I realized that when they were given the figures there, the northern region had a paltry 3.1%. 3 projects. Just 3.1 coming from 3 projects, which was woefully inadequate. But to the GIPC, I think the establishment of a free zones enclave here will also support this. I'm very much aware that His Royal Highness Luna gave about 2,000 acres of land is available for the establishment of a free zones area. I do not know whether the free zones have taken advantage of it or not. But we visited and he was ready to give out 2,000 acres of his own land for the establishment of a free zones enclave. I think the GIPC will take note of this and they will do a follow-up with the UNAS bodies, complete registration of this document so that the free zones would encourage this, because that is the only way we can encourage private and foreign investment. But the first thing that an investor will be looking for is land. There we have 2,000 acres that has been given. Let us make good use of this. And I know various MMPAs are also willing to talk to the various landowners to release some land for this purposes. It's true that I have not been able to cover all entities, but I'm in the process. In and when I get information about the establishment of or the activities of some establishments, I do visit. I'm not an armchair officer. I'm always there in the field. But I can only visit your entity if I have an information about your entity, or if I have an invite from you to participate in your activities. I'll always be there. I am a very affable normal person, and I have always visited people at their various places to have first-hand information. There are so many entities that I have visited, but for the want of time here, I may not be able to mention. If I haven't visited you yet, probably you haven't availed your services to me, and probably want me to come and have a look. I have come, even with entities that are coming, foreign aid, the UN, the UNDP, and so many other agencies. I have made time to visit with them. And that is the only way we can put you on the map so that you can have the media attention that you need from us. Let me also say that the RCC, the Regional Coordinating Council, the mandate of the RCC, which I head, is the coordination of the activities of MNDAs and agencies like yours. My office is only a coordinating center. So if you leave yourself out of the scope, how do I coordinate your activities? I can only coordinate your activities when you are in touch with the MMDAs, who are my representatives. So please, each and everyone here is coming from a location that falls under an MMDA. Liaise with them. Let them know about your existence. Let them know about your operations. And coordinating with us will be made easier. Of course, if you want to even bypass them and come to my office doors are always open. Come. Let us have the discussions. Let us see how you can also contribute to the economic development of the northern region, which is so dear to some of our hearts. Standing here, I'm a farmer. I can hear my good sister complaining about it. I'm a soya-based farmer. I have a big farm of soya beans. Those of you who are into Tom Brown and other, let us collaborate so that if you can help us to get some outgrowers, why not? You can even talk to Maxwell, which I'm doing, to see how best we can assist our farmers to get crop cultivation so that we can have the best out of the place. 70 to 80% of us living in the north here are into agro businesses, farming and processing. My encouragement here is that we should form partnerships that will give us the necessary capital that we need to form these agro-processing industries. That is when we can easily go to GIPC with our proposals. With the GIPC, I know will be willing to sponsor so that we can also make the best out of the opportunities that we have here in Northern region. In conclusion, let me thank you all for making time with us and to also tell you that there's a lot of resources that are untapped in various sectors like the steel industry, the forestry, and so many other areas that we can form collaborations to tap into. On this note, let me say that the Northern region is a very good spot for investment, and everybody here should make sure that you take a bit of the investment drive that the Northern region is availing itself of. Thank you very much.
One more round of applause. We will now call on Mr. Hassan Abdullah to give us the vote of thanks. Please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm highly honored to be called upon to give these closing remarks. On behalf of GIPC, I wish to express our profound gratitude gratitude to our esteemed guests. We say a very big thank you to our regional minister, our CEO, and the regional director of GE. On behalf of GIPC again, we say a very big thank you to all participants for making time of their busy schedule to grace this occasion. We say thank you all. Finally, on behalf of GIPC, we thank everyone for finding time of their busy schedule to make this program a highly successful one. Thank you very much.
Just a few announcements before we go there. One or two announcements. I think currently we are sharing snacks, and then after that we are going to have a closing prayer. After the closing prayer, we'll have a photo session with the minister and Torah. And then the businesses, we have to remain seated. Lunch will also be served, and then we still have to engage the businesses, please. So don't go away. And then there's going to be a Northern Business and Investment Fair. Comes 31st of May to 4th June this year. And it's going to take place at the Ali Mama Sports Stadium. It's taking business fair, Northern Business and Investment Fair from 31st of May to 4th June 2020. You can contact the Association of Ghana Industries or the Ghana Enterprises Agency for registration. Thank you. I will now call on Ms. Hannah Bimunka to give us the closing prayer. Madam Hannah Bimunka.
Please, we are praying. Shall we all be on our feet as we begin the process? Our Father in heaven, we are grateful unto you this afternoon for the opportunity of being with us. We gather here, and as we are about to leave your presence, we ask that you take us quickly to our various destinations. And whatever we have discussed, we ask that, Lord, you will bind it and it will get results in Jesus' name. This is what we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please remain seated. Do not go away. Please remain seated. Remain seated. We are here to serve lunch.
Currently hosting the Secretariat of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, Ghana has officially become the commercial and trade hub of Africa. The country occupies a top spot in West Africa for the ease of doing business, providing investors an enabling business environment backed by strong economic fundamentals, dynamic policies, and political stability. Gold, cocoa, and oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy, while its impressive urbanization has pushed us to fourth in wealth and first in Africa in the Global Retail Development Index. Even with the global economic recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Bank has projected Ghana's growth to average 5.1% yearly in 2021 to 2023, following some ingenious policies rolled out by the government. Ghana remains the gateway to Africa, favorably positioned at the center of the world and easily accessible to all parts of the world by flight. The overall friendly nation is the land of opportunity, full of optimism and open for business. Ghana is home to some of the continent's fast developing fintech companies, growing and attracting investments from across the globe. The nation's commitment to talent development, infrastructure expansion, and strong support for innovation continuously attracts large global tech corporations such as Google and Twitter. Ghana enjoys a high degree of connectivity,
so we are
highest
not
mobile
moving
voice
there.
and data penetration rates.
We are allowing for networking. Get to know yourself.
Ghana's agriculture and agro-processing sector benefits from an abundant supply of natural resources, including diverse plant, animal, and marine life. The West African country is the world's second largest producer of cocoa, churning out an average of 850,000 tons of beans annually. Strong policies like the Planting for Food and Jobs, agric modernization, and industrialization continues to accelerate growth and diversification in the sector. The Ghanaian manufacturing sector benefits from a raft of policies aimed at sparking a new industrial revolution. The new automotive policy has seen the offering of an automobile hub with renowned car makers such as VW, Toyota, Sinotruk, and others assembling vehicles locally. Meanwhile, the One District, One Factory initiative, coupled with a friendly business environment, has led to the rapid setup and expansion of factories across the country. Ghana is one of the world's minerally rich sites. It ranks first in Africa for gold mining and 7th globally. Southern Ghana is regarded as one of the world's most prolific gold discovery zones in the world, with large deposits of bauxite, diamond, and manganese are also extracted in Ghana. Ghana is set to become the first West African lithium producer with an